First at 4, hit the hay rides and the haunted houses tonight because much of the weekend is going to be a mess. We'll look at the timing of all that rain coming up. Paula?
We have an amazing update for Otto. You actually met him on a story that I did on Tuesday. He's a disabled dog staying at the Macomb Animal Shelter. And today, he got some wheels.
Time is up. UAW members casting their final votes on whether to ratify the tentative agreement with General Motors, and an emotional send-off for a respected member of Congress. Past presidents, current leaders, and more turn out at the funeral for Elijah Cummings.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. Let's start First at 4 with breaking news. The deadline has arrived for UAW members to vote on that tentative deal with General Motors. All the votes should be counted around 5 or 6 tonight. Local unions have been voting all week long on that proposed contract that promises signing bonuses, raises, and keeps the Detroit Hamtramck plant open. We'll let you know the results as soon as they come in on air and on clickondetroit.com. Developing right now, a construction worker is killed in an accident in Novi. This happened this afternoon at Jacob and Taft Road, just south of 11 Mile. We're told a 57-year-old machine operator from Lapeer was killed when that machine he was working on rolled over on top of him. Police and fire are at the scene investigating. Coming up on Local 4 News at 5, we'll have a live report on what led to the accident. Doctors and nurses at the University of Michigan Hospital are protesting plans for a new hospital tower. The university held a groundbreaking today for a $920 million hospital tower in Ann Arbor. The protest is over parking concerns for the new facility. Hospital workers say they've already faced a parking crisis and that there are no plans for parking at the new building. Governor Whitmer is taking the debate over vaping to the Michigan Supreme Court. Last week, a Court of Claims judge blocked the governor's ban on flavored vaping products. So today, the governor filed an application for the case to move from the Court of Appeals all the way up to the Michigan Supreme Court. Governor Whitmer filed emergency rules on vaping back in September after a state medical executive found youth vaping is a public health emergency. Time now for our first look at the forecast. And Ben, I know there's a lot of trunk-or-treaters out there tonight at local schools. We are hoping for some good weather.
Yeah, Karen, tonight's really going to be the nicest that we've got of the next, well, few days at least. Temperatures going to be cool. That's a given. We're in the 40s now, and we'll pretty much stay there through the evening. Winds not much to look at. Those are relatively calm considering where we've been for most of this week, but at least we're going to stay dry. The clouds that are out there right now should hold through the evening, but then this is what we've got to look forward to over the weekend. This is Tropical Depression 17, so it's going to be bringing a whole lot of moisture with it. In 2 days, it gets from the Gulf here into Michigan and makes our weekend a mess, at least part of it. We'll look at the timing on that coming up, but temperatures 54 tomorrow, 60 on Sunday. And Karen, that's the warmest number we've got going forward, and that includes a pretty chilly Halloween. We'll look at that in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Ben. The funeral for Maryland Congressman Elijah Cummings was held today in Baltimore, the day after he laid in state in the U.S. Capitol. Devin Skillian live in our newsroom with a look at how Cummings was remembered today. Devin?
Yeah, Karen, top Democrats and Republicans alike stood together to pay their respects to Elijah Cummings at the same church where he worshiped for nearly 40 years. No surprise, the 4,000-seat church was filled to capacity. There were long lines outside New Psalmist Baptist Church this morning. Michigan's Rashida Tlaib among those seen walking in for the service. An American flag was draped over the casket. 2 former presidents were among those who spoke about Elijah Cummings' legacy.
He tried to treat everybody the way he wanted to be treated, the way he thought America should be treated. You know, you can't run a free society if you have to hate everybody you disagree with.
There's nothing weak about being honorable. You're not a sucker to have integrity and to treat others with respect.
Cummings was known as a staunch defender of the Constitution, working across the aisle with his Republican colleagues and trying to defend the rights of people less privileged. More to come. We'll see you with more back coming up here at 5. Karen, back to you.
All right, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you, Devin.
You bet.
First at 4, we are on top of stories that are making headlines all across America on your Friday afternoon. And we start on the West Coast, where these wildfires continue just to burn all across the state. Near Los Angeles, around 50,000 people have been evacuated. It's been an especially tough fight, with embers swirling out of burned out homes and then starting new fires blocks away. To the north, nearly 15 square miles of wine country have been scorched. Firefighters don't believe there'll be a break until those strong winds actually shift and then bring in ocean breezes and moisture. Got a new report that's making some heads turn today. Fentanyl remains the deadliest drug in the United States. A new report from the CDC's National Center for Health Statistics found fentanyl was associated with 38.9% of all drug overdose deaths back in 2017. Heroin overdoses were second most common, being associated with 22% of deaths, with cocaine involved in 21. While fentanyl was the most common drug nationally, meth was the drug most frequently involved in overdoses in Western states. Indonesian investigators are critical of Boeing in their final report on that 2018 737 MAX crash that killed 189 people in October of last year. Accident investigators criticized the design of the plane's anti-stall system. The system automatically pushed the plane's nose down, leaving the pilots fighting for control. The report went on to say deficiencies in the flight's cruise communication and manual control of the plane, as well as alerts and distractions in the cockpit, contributed to that crash. Finally, a new study published today predicts offshore wind power could power the entire world. The International Energy Agency said the lower costs of offshore wind could totally eliminate the need for using fossil fuels. The report is the first time the Paris-based energy watchdog has conducted such a comprehensive study of offshore wind. Right now, offshore wind accounts for about 0.3% of the global power supply. Do you remember this guy? His name is Otto, and he was in a story that Paula Tutman did Tuesday on a special volunteer at Macomb Animal Control. Well, the dog was taken from a home in St. Clair Shores, and his owner is facing animal cruelty charges. Today, Otto's life changed forever. Paula Tutman has this incredible update.
I've got to tell you, this has to be the most incredible single day of this dog's life. From the kind of story that makes you shake your head at the incredible inhumaneness of some humans, horribly abused and neglected, Otto suffered a spinal injury that was never treated, and his back legs have been paralyzed for at least a year.
You ready?
So it's truly a new leash on life.
Hey, sweet pea. Hi, baby cakes.
You're such a good boy.
When Otto came to the attention of Animal Resource Funding Foundation, a nonprofit that supports medical care for shelter and rescue animals,
We were looking for that miracle, and I think we definitely found it.
Dr. Pat Odette, the mayor of Woodhaven, who also happens to be an animal chiropractor, heard about Otto.
For Otto, we'll be paying for his wheelchair. We'll be paying for all of his care here at Woodhaven Animal Hospital next week.
Today, Otto was fitted for a wheelchair.
There, come on, dude. I know you're nervous. I know.
You're okay, Bubba.
I know.
Okay.
I think we need to raise the back.
Yep, just a bit.
You think higher?
Hold on, Otto.
He's ready.
All right, come on, let's go, buddy. How about you handle? Let's go outside.
Look at you.
Come on, buddy. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Enter Dr. Lucretia Greer of Woodhaven Animal Hospital, who examined him and discovered something incredible. Whatever happened to Otto that paralyzed his back legs may not necessarily be permanent.
So I'll just do a couple needles and, see how he does with it.
She then performed acupuncture.
You see him? He just kind of pulled his foot away. So this is good.
His hamstring muscle began to quiver, and a dog who's been disabled showed immediate signs of scientific hope.
One of the first things I checked was there's an acupressure point on the back of the foot called kidney 1. I put some pressure on that point, and I was actually able to stimulate a reflex or a response.
Otto will be spending the next week with doctors Greer and Odette in rehab and intensive aggressive treatment.
One of the things, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, we've treated over 3,000 animals in this chamber. A large percentage of them, probably 30-40%, have been paralyzed, and we've had a lot of successes with getting them to walk again.
It was almost too much good news, enough to make Debbie cry.
You have an amazing life.
She's been Otto's main caregiver at the shelter and leaving him to his bright new future was bittersweet.
Deb, bye, sweetheart.
Okay, prognosis time. It is very possible that Otto will regain some function in his hind legs, if not the ability to walk. But how about this? How about them getting a call late this morning from a woman who owns 8 acres and also has a rescue disabled dog who wants to be vetted as Otto's permanent forever home while he is in rehab. Karen, on this one, I'm going to drop the mic. This is the way to end a week.
Oh, I agree. I was getting teary. This is such a perfect story, and the fact that so many people are joining in to help him. And I do agree. I think this was the best day of his life. We appreciate you sharing that story. Great work, Paula. Ahead, first at 4. You have heard of drivers hitting deer, maybe hitting birds on the highway, but a fish and nowhere near water. We're going to take a look at the theory that could explain this bizarre sight. Plus, a big step forward in protecting female soccer players who are at risk for CTE. That's next in Good Health.